I think I've fully transformed into Velma. I'm trying to figure out if I should take off the glasses. It's a little too much for me. I don't even need glasses. They're my blue light glasses. But I do love Velma, and my boyfriend's cartoon crush is Velma, so jinkies. Jinkies. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I want to talk about something I did. Was it yesterday? I think it was the day before yesterday, because I had a little bit of a brain fart, which led me to reveal myself a little too much, if I must say. I grew up watching British YouTube, a lot of British YouTube, and I'm not just talking about Zoella and Alfie Days and Joe Sugg. I'm talking about like Carrie Hill Fletcher, Tom Fletcher, Giovanna Fletcher. Oh my god, what was that guy with the super blonde hair, really buff? Naomi Smart, Tanya, it's not Harding, that's the skater. Tanya, I want to say like Blake, her name was not Blake. Tanya, was it Harding? No, that's the skater. Tanya Hart. Anyways, watched a lot of British YouTube growing up, like a lot. And because I watched them a lot, and YouTube is the thing I choose in my pastime, I picked up a lot of sayings from these YouTube videos. Not only did I pick up sayings, I picked up like how I say things. There was this running joke when I was in college that I was secretly British, because when I asked questions, I would ask them in a British inflection. So instead of saying, are you serious? Because that's like an American way to say it. I naturally go, are you serious? Which put a British accent on it. Are you serious? So I do that. Really? Right? I say things with a British inflection, specifically questions. That is the strongest hint of me watching British YouTube that is in my grammar and vocabulary and blah blah blah. So it slips out every now and then, and my friends in college made fun of me for it, because I would do things like, really? And they'd go, yes, really? And like, it was never intentional. It was never intentional. Like, it just comes out. Just like how it did right now. So I was at work, right? I'm a server at a restaurant. This woman asked me for the check. Hi, can we get the check, because we have somewhere to go. So I go and bring her the check. And I say to her, in case your waiter is, and I pause because I blank on the word busy, I blank on the word not around, like I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. So I end up saying, in case your waiter is bumbling about, any one of us can check you out. And I walk away and I'm like, did I really just say bumbling about? Now, I almost said a different word, which is far more British than bumbling. Bumbling is like an Americanized word. I almost said faffing about. And nobody really knows what faffing is unless you're into British YouTube. So yeah, I almost said, in case your waiter's faffing about, any one of us can take you, which is kind of an insult to the waiter. Bumbling is basically the same thing, but yeah, I basically just told someone that their waiter might be bumbling about. And that is the most British thing I've ever said for someone who's never been to the UK. But like, there are a lot of other things I say that have been picked up from watching so many British YouTube videos. So again, using different inflections when I ask questions. Faffing about or bumbling about. I do know the phrase taking the mick out of me. I feel like that's going too far. That's a little too British for me to just insert it naturally. I used to insert it. Taking the mick out of me, which just means, are you making fun of me? I feel like I'm exposing myself again, and I just got goosebumps like, ooh, cringe. You are so cringe. You're using British terminology. I'll also say things like, ooh, I actually quite like that. You know, when I enjoy something, which usually someone would be like, so good. I'll actually say, I actually quite like that. Which I feel like is a very British way of saying things. You know what else I do? If someone has tasks to do, I will say, go on then. Go on then, let's go. Go on then, you got it. You got it. Go on then, you got it. Another word I say knackered. When I'm tired, I say I am knackered. I switch between tired and knackered, but every now and then I will lean into the knackered phrase. I never say bloody. Like that is bloody good. I have to say in a British accent. When I say things in a British accent, you know I'm using it to exaggerate what I already do naturally. So bloody I would never say. Like, I'm not like, oh, that is bloody good. Like, it would have to be in a British accent because that would be the extreme point of expression for me. I never say fancy. I fancy you. That's a little too much. On occasion, I will use the word rubbish. That's rubbish. Yeah, it's really rubbish. And cheeky is also a very extreme British word for me. I would never use the word cheeky. I mean, I use it every now and then, but when I think of the word cheeky, I don't think of British YouTube. I think of Mary Poppins when her reflection is doing opera, and she looks at her, she goes, cheeky. I don't know if that seems so good. Hogwash, I sometimes use. A load of hogwash. Is that a British saying, or am I just making stuff up now? So I seem like I'm more into this than I am. I will say, I do call apartments flats. I don't know, I find that word just more cooler to say. So I do call my apartment a flat. I think in one of my videos, I called this a flat. I moved into my own flat. Did I say that? I've gotta go and watch my old videos now. Okay, this is a big one. When you go and take a break from work and you go somewhere else, what would you call that? I will call it a holiday. I'll definitely go to Disney World on holiday one day. You know, people understand what you mean, but it's a little off from the Americanized version, because you would just say, I'm gonna go on vacation to Disney World. I will easily say I'm going on holiday. Yeah, I'm a big old nerd. I think there's a reason why I dressed like Velma today. It was to accentuate my nerdness. Oh, I will say, if I'm feeling fancy, I'll say, oh, I'm feeling very lush today. Ooh, how lush, you know? And this will be the last one because I could go on knob head. When someone's like kind of stupid, you knob head. Oh, I feel like such a knob today. And every time I say I feel like such a knob, people go, what? I'm like dull, like dim-witted, stupid. So those are all the random British sayings that I have put into my vocabulary since I was a preteen. And now I'm 25, so what am I doing? What am I doing is the question. What am I doing? Yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have put sayings, it doesn't just have to be British sayings, but any types of sayings from other languages into your vocabulary. Let me know in the comments below where they're from and what the saying is and what it means. I think that'll be an interesting conversation to have. You know what's funny though? I had a conversation with my coworker and her first language is not English, it's Spanish. When you use metaphors and idioms and phrases, she doesn't really understand them because her first language is Spanish. So someone was complaining that things in the restaurant weren't done the night before by the night crew. And she comes around and she's like, oh my God, they didn't take the trash out either. And this coworker said, put it on the list, or add it to the list, he said. And she goes, okay, where's the list? And I thought that was so funny. And that kind of adds on to the conversation, right? But I thought that was so funny because I said the other day that like something like the cat's out of the bag to her, and she's like, there's a cat in the restaurant. And she is so pure, and it makes me laugh every time. She's like, oh no, I was just trying to help him. If there's a list, I'm gonna write because there's a list to make. And I just thought that was really funny because it's the opposite. She doesn't have these phrases in her vocabulary, so she's learning them as she goes. And I just thought it was so funny. She's great. But yeah, that is today's video. All about faffing about, bumbling about. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.